Hello there, Applebites. This is your Applebite Written Writ Ralph talking to you straight from our show here, The Written Writ, a show where you and I, nine you, get creative, have fun, and geek out. And today we got yourself a bunch of people with a beautiful amount of stuff that they all want to talk about, and we're going to bring it all to you folks. You know, Stephanie, we've been trying to get you guys onto the show for a while since we met you guys at Gosi.
Geek out of Staten Island.
Geek out at Staten Island.
Yes, yeah, it was a good time.
I gotta say, it was interesting because we love the concept of a live anime, and you caught our attention. And Tony was like, "Dude, you got to check these guys out."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad we caught your attention. Yeah, Geek Out at Staten Island was such a good time, and we were there screening our movie Skyhoshi Anime Girl. The first volume 1 there, and people really seem to enjoy it, seem to really like it. That movie is about, for those of you who don't know, an anime character who falls out of her poster and becomes real and has to try to find her way back home. And this sequel is actually out now too, since I saw you at Geek Out at Staten Island. Now Skyhoshi Volume 2 is out, and that one is about like the evil syndicate that comes after her, and they have to like defeat the syndicate. And that one has like way more fighting and laser blasts and things. So that one's like a lot of fun too. But yeah, we had a lot of fun making our anime inspired movies.
Yeah. The first movie ended with a bit of a cliffhanger, so it's great. It's cool they got resolved. So
it cool. Did. Yeah, the second movie ends with a little bit of a cliffhanger too. It's going to be a trilogy by the time we're done with it.
Nice.
I like trilogies. You know, it kind of helps you tell a story much better than one movie can.
Me too. Yeah. I'm a big fan of like Back to the Future trilogy, Star Wars trilogy. You know, like I feel like I really enjoy trilogies a lot. So when we realized we're going to make a Skyhoshi 2, we're like, let's just go full trilogy on this thing.
So we know you and we know what you're talking about. So let the people know who you are, what you do. Give them the spiel. Go for it.
Absolutely. I'm Stephanie. I'm a movie maker. I love movies so much that my husband and I decided to go out and make them. So in 2021, we started making movies, and now we are on our 9th movie. Our 9th movie comes out next week, Thursday. It's this one right here. It's called A Fairy Fail. It's a fantasy comedy about a fairy who is assigned to help make a trading card game player's life better, but she's so bad at her job, she accidentally makes it worse instead. So, you know, she's magical, but just because you have magical powers doesn't mean you're good at using your magical powers. So we had a lot of fun making this one. I actually am the writer and director of A Fairy Fail, and it's starring Anna. She's incredible. She's Anna Red Hair on Instagram. Her Instagram is hilarious. And so we're just like very, very excited for this movie to come out next week.
I gotta say, you know, we worked with a lot of indie creators here on the show, and you guys seem to be like back to back putting these movies out.
Yeah, thank you. This is our 3rd release this year. So basically what we do is we have a season pass. So what you do is if you get our season pass, then every single season we have a new movie that comes out, and that season pass grants you access to the live digital premiere of that movie, but then also gets you access to every movie that we've made so far. So that's how like our season passes line up with the fact that we release a movie every season now.
Dude, I gotta say that is, how do you guys keep it up like that? Because like I said, we work for a lot of indie creators, and that's a full schedule.
It is. It's a fun schedule. It keeps us on our toes. It keeps us like giving ourselves these deadlines. Makes us like, you know, constraint is the breeds creativity, right? So it's like because we have to have an idea in time, we're just like constantly going. But those posts about Skyhoshi just screened as you see at Anime Festival Orlando. We just took Skyhoshi 2 to like Rhode Island AnitomoCon and to Fan Expo Philadelphia. So we've been having a lot of fun taking Skyhoshi everywhere. But now it's time for A Fairy Fail to come out next.
That title is awesome, Fairy Tale.
I love it.
Yeah, so if it's not obvious, it's supposed to be a spinoff of, like, usually you say a fairy tale, right? Yep. But it's like, instead of a fairy tale, it's a fairy tale. And she does a lot of alliteration in this movie. So like the title needed to have alliteration as well,
See, and folks, that's why we brought her on today, so you guys can go see this on the 23rd, because it's right there around the corner.
Yeah.
Folks, when we saw the beautiful stuff they created for Ghosty, we were like, damn. And then we were like, we got to get back on. We need to talk about all this stuff because, dude, it's just amazing what you guys are able to accomplish.
Thank you. Yeah, we have so much fun with it. We're just a small team, I write, direct the movies. We shoot them ourselves. We edit them. My husband is literally working on the final touches on the visual effects for Fairy Tale right now. So, we put our heart and soul into it. We do it wholeheartedly. It's just really what we love to do. We love to watch movies so much. We decided to make them as well.
I love it. I love what you guys are doing. And I like the fact that you guys are hitting the conventions and showing off your stuff.
Yeah, they're all, because we go to conventions ourselves, and that's like the kind of movies that we like we like Star Wars, and we like the movies that you would see at a convention. We also happen to really like anime a lot too, and so we make the kinds of movies that we would want to watch, and so they seem to fit in at the conventions very well.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got some fantasy, you got some anime.
Yeah. Dude. And this movie is about, the characters in this movie play a trading card game called Dino Guru. It's this, I have a Dino Guru mug here. But we actually invented this trading card game
cool.
For cool. reals. We made an actually playable game that the characters in this movie
what you gotta do.
are playing. We taught all the actors how to play the game, and then we're actually going to have Dino Guru come out eventually. It just needs a couple more. If you guys ever want to test play, let us know. We need some test players. We're in the test playing phase, and then we're going to actually release the game too. But we Kalani and I have been playing Pokemon card game together for 14 years now. So it was really fun to actually invent a trading card game just for the movie. It was a good time.
That is great. And that's how you make it interactive with the audience. Because now they have something they can do that's in this movie, and they're like, oh, I can play the game.
Yeah.
We play tested the game one time. There's a video of it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it'll come out someday. I don't know. But
not up to us.
I think it's just for research purposes. Maybe it'll never see the light of day. But we had a lot of fun. So
yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, we always have fun. You want us to play test something, we'll play test it.
All right. As soon as it's ready, as soon as we have a prototype that's ready to be test played, I'll send it out to you. You guys can test play Dino Guru. Let me know what you think. Watch a fairy fail. That'll give you some insights on how to play the game.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing. And that's even more difficult because now you're interweaving things. You're having bits and pieces come into the real world. You're having the movie be its own thing. And I can see that you're saying when it comes out because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. And that's a good point. The Pure Magic Pictures universe, all of our movies actually have crossover. Yeah. So you can actually see, the card game Dino Guru, they actually played this game in Face the Music first. So you'll see they'll play Dino Guru and Face the Music. We have our Raging Raptor here. That's awesome. Is part of the Raptor Red deck, so they played this in Face the Music. You'll see Dino Guru t-shirts and merch and mugs and across every single one of our movies. And there's just a lot of crossover. If you pay attention, characters from Sky Hoshi end up in the background of our movie called The Squatchers, which is a movie about a group of friends looking for Bigfoot. And then there's crossover into a fairy fail. In a fairy fail, the fairy's favorite drink is actually Sky Hoshi Wake Up Juice because Sky Hoshi loves coffee so much. So if you watch one of our movies and you really like it, it's definitely worth it to go watch all of the other movies too and see like where they all intersect. But they also all come from us. They have like a similar voice and a similar vibe, and they're all like designed for, you know, the kind of movies that we would want to watch.
That's great, and I like the fact that you're playing with your audience. You keeping them interacted in the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, we have like a Discord, a Pure Magic Pictures Discord, where we actually go on there and talk to people all the time, and we'll actually do like polls and stuff. And actually, it was the Pure Magic Pictures Discord that named the coffee brand. We were like, what should we call our coffee brand? Because we're actually going to release this coffee. We're like, should we call it Pure Magic Pictures Coffee? Should we call it Sky Hoshi Wake Up Juice? And everybody voted for Sky Hoshi's Wake Up Juice. And so literally our fans in the Discord named the coffee brand. So it's really fun, like interacting with them in the Discord. And they always tell us like, you know, their lore and their theories. And we have like a page on our site that's just for lore that explores all the ways our movies are intertwined and things. So it's definitely it's like an audience interactive experience to like be part of Pure Magic Pictures and watch the movies we do.
Yeah, that's what they're saying here is talk about the Pure Magic lore site, Pure Magicpedia.
That's right. It is. It's called Pure Magicpedia. It has the cinematic timeline of when it all happens and happening during each other's like movies and like how they're all interconnected. And it's really fun.
Oh my God. And so this is what's coming out now. What's your future release?
What's our future release?
Yeah.
Oh, like
you got Fairy Tale coming out
a Fairy Tale?
Yeah, exactly.
So a Fairy Tale comes out July 23rd. That one's basically done. And then Kalani's finishing the visual effects right now. And then after that is actually Kalani's next movie. He is working on writing it right now, and it will be coming out this year, later in the fall. And maybe he can put in the chat how much he wants me to share about it. Right now it's like top secret information. But I have read the first 30 pages of the script, and it might be like my new favorite Pure Magic picture so far. Nice. It's very, very good. It's very, very funny. It's really upbeat and creative and unique, and explores the topic, one of my favorite topics to explore in movie making. So I'm very excited for it.
You know, we understand that because we always got to keep those projects a secret. Sometimes you get a gag order on you. Sometimes you just don't need to say them.
Yeah. Well, it's up to him when he's ready to tell people. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. He gets to decide when it's time because it's his movie, you know.
Sometimes you know what you can say, and you don't know what you can't say, or when you get way around it, you're just like, oh.
Exactly.
We've learned this from all the Marvel people.
I just got my free copy of Sky Hoshi. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I just joined the Instagram channel. I got my free copy of Sky Hoshi coming to me. I'm excited. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yes, to your point, Sky Hoshi Volume 1 is completely free on our site. So you can go on there and watch Sky Hoshi Volume 1 completely free, and then join our Discord and let us know what you thought of the movie. We always love to hear from you.
Most definitely. This looks like an awesome thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is so cool. You guys seem like kindred spirits in a lot of ways. So we will definitely be checking you out for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
So if
I love the name. The name in the movie poster was really good design, and what you're describing and everything sounds kick. I'm gonna curse. S.
I think I cursed already, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you gave me so. It sounds amazing. It really does.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very excited for the fairy character. She's a very iconic character. And what Charlize is like comedic timing. The actress who plays Charlize, her name is Anna. Anna's comedic timing, the skill that she has, like what she brought to the character. I fell in love with this fairy that we made. So I'm very excited to share her with the world and introduce her to everyone else too.
Yeah,
Stephanie, I have a quick question. What made you guys decide to do like a season pass versus like more traditional distribution, or even putting it up on Amazon or Tubi yourself?
Good question.
We love doing the season passes because we want this to be more of an interactive experience. We really do movies, but we also do events. So we're very event based. Every time one of our movies comes out, we have our live digital premiere, which is where people can actually watch the movie with the makers, the director, the cast, and everyone. And we all like live comment before the movie, during the movie, and then we send in Q&A after the movie. You can ask questions to us and to the cast and everything. So that's one of the main events that we do every season. There's a new movie with a new live digital premiere. And then we also have gone to like conventions all over the US and Canada. We've been to fan expos and anime cons everywhere. And we like love meeting our fans there, and people can go there and watch the screenings as well. So we're more than just like make a movie and put it out there where people don't know about all the other movies that we make, and more involved with it being like an event and an experience, and like joining in on like the fun and the lore of what we're doing, and actually like talking to us. I mean, it's pretty rare that I go online and I watch a movie and I can like then go and DM that director and ask that director what inspired them. But like, that's exactly who we are. Like we've actually been called like your favorite film friends, because we're like, if you didn't know you had a friend in the movie making business, well, you do now, because if you watch our movies, you can like reach out to us and say hi, and we like would love to hear from you, you know. And I think it's a pretty like cool experience. So that's why we lean towards doing the season passes, or you can do an annual movie membership, and like being a movie member on our site is like a great way to know about all of the movies we've made, not just treating it like a one-off movie.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Thank
It's also
you.
getting to know the people that make the movies too, and have a interconnection with them as well. So that's something that a lot don't do in that business. It's an interactive to have a pure connection with your art and what they're doing, and your fans appreciating what you're making. So that's something really cool.
I love that you say that. Like, that's exactly right. You know, this is our art. We want to share it with you, and we want it to be an experience of enjoying our art together. So, you know, it's been a really rewarding experience for us whenever someone watches our movie and then DMs me on Instagram and is like, you know, asking me questions about the characters and things like that. It's just like so much more of a rewarding experience for us than, you know, when somebody watches the movie on Tubi and then they don't even know that this is in a connected cinematic universe and that we have a Discord and all of that. So we like to bring it together more as like a community experience.
I have to say, Stephanie, some of these stunts look pretty scary, because I'm sure they're real. I'm not seeing many, you know, stunt doubles in here.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun doing stunts on set, and doing like Kalani and I have done a lot of the fight choreography ourselves. We've been like very involved with the fight choreography, and we've worked with actors that are, you know, really talented and able to learn that. And we did we had a couple stunt doubles on Sky Hoshi too. Sky Hoshi had a stunt double, and she's the one who could like wrap herself around someone and pin him down to the ground. Ooh. Or we even had some of those syndicate members, like one of the syndicate members does a back. It's not a backflip, because he does a backflip, but then he twists in the middle, and there's a name for that, and I can't remember what that's called. But he does like a backflip onto a coffee table and like breaks the coffee table and stuff like that. So we really went all out and had a lot of fun with the fight sequences in Sky Hoshi Volume 2 for sure.
Just amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this.
There was the backflip into the coffee table. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, like we're just watching little snippets here, and it looks amazing.
It really does.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with all of the movies, and one of the movies that you're seeing a lot of snippets from here is Ghost Punchers. That's this one right here, and that's a lot of fun. That's about a secret paranormal crime fighting agency called the Ghost Punchers, whose job is to help with ghost population control in New York City.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
A hot dog delivery boy is mistaken for his like, you know, secret agent brother, and is recruited into the Ghost Punchers, and is really scared and has to work up the courage to actually punch a ghost. And he's partnered with a literal nightmare. His partner is Miss Shadow, and she's like an embodiment of an actual nightmare. And that movie did really well. It's one of our more popular movies. It's got a lot of love, and people seem to get really a kick out of it. So I would recommend Sky Hoshi and Ghost Punchers, and of course, July 23rd at Fairy Fail is going to be joining the Pure Magic family.
Do you have any events coming up in NYC anytime this summer?
That's a great question. In New York City this summer, I think not on the calendar right now. We're always in talks with different conventions and things. I'm very excited for a convention that's happening this Saturday in Brooklyn. So I'm excited to be there, but we don't have any events on the schedule right now. But if you follow our Pure Magic pictures on Instagram, we always post about the events, before they happen. So that's always a good way of knowing when you can, run into us at the next convention kind of thing.
That's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Speaking of segues, because that was a perfect segue.
You're welcome.
This weekend, Industry City, Japan Village, AnitomoCon. Dude, it's gonna be kicking, and we can't wait to be there and hang out with you. Well, tell the people what's going on. Give them the spiel. Go for it.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, I'm Jesse Judy. This is Ori Markson. I'm the other half of Arc Punk Comics. Sometimes in the shadows, sometimes in your face. Right. And he's going to be joining us this weekend at Anitomo, where we are. Yeah, we're presenting Ashes of Eden, our flagship manga / we call it a manga made accessible for Western audiences. We print it and publish it in standard floppy form. But it is a manga in all respects. Other than that, we had a couple of snafus on the way to.
Yeah, me and you were just talking about that.
And we're gonna talk about it tonight. We've been biting off a lot, and that's okay, because we were trying to grow and make some cool stuff happen. But it is a little reminder along the way that there's still stuff to learn. No matter how far along you are in your creative journey, there's still stuff to learn. Yeah. So if you want, check out our upcoming Kickstarter that was going to launch this weekend, but no longer is.
Well, as soon as we finish our second Kickstarter, this new one will be launchable. So sooner rather than later, it will happen.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not doing it on Saturday, Jesse?
No, so that's sort of some of the news tonight is we are getting postponed for launch. But there's a blessing in disguise in that. So we were kind of coming off the heels of getting book 2 to print, and I've been super excited about that. I've been in a very deep, long build phase. It was kind of like a hermitage in a gopher hole, and now I'm coming up from the gopher hole. But in that coming up from the gopher hole, there was this instinct in me of wait, we should kind of celebrate what we just accomplished and what we just did. But then the urgency to make new things and make things keep coming out and increase the visibility, we decided to roll that energy right into launching book 3. Now, in my own oversight as the one kind of putting these campaigns together, I failed to know you need at least 4 successful campaigns under your belt and closed to be able to get into what Kickstarter calls multiple fulfillments or simultaneous open fulfillments. And so we are not there yet. We're only starting to work on book 3. So after we have 4 successful launches, then we'll be able to start releasing multiple projects at a time. We learned that the hard way this weekend, and that's okay. Because
live and learn, man.
Live and learn, baby, right? And then
there's always something. That's what I gotta say. I mean, I've been stressing past 2 days because of email problems. So I know how you feel. Don't worry about it.
I never heard that. That's interesting. Why do they? I don't know. Why do they care how many campaigns you?
You got to finish a campaign first before you can start a second one.
Yeah. Until you hit 4.
But if they fund, they fund. If they don't fund, they don't fund. Why do they? I don't know. This is okay.
But I guess once you have 4 successful ones, they assume you kind of know what you're doing, and you're going to be in good faith and good standing with your audience. So that makes sense. Across the board, it all makes sense at the end of the day. I was disappointed for a little bit, but then immediately, like a big sigh of relief that we don't have to go to Anitomo this weekend, launch book 2, also launch Kickstarter for book 3.
But you are going to be at Anitomo, right?
Still going to be at Anitomo.
That's the only reason why I'm going to Brooklyn to see Ralph is to see you. You know that, right? Just get that straight, right?
Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
That's love, baby. That's love.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm going to try and get some of my people to come visit too. We'll see if we can get a crowd.
Yep. So we're, what Ralph is showing you right now is this really cool collaboration we did with Julia Olympia. She's a Marvel, X-Men, DC, Image, like super artist working on a ton of books over there right now. And she came over to our little book and did this amazing cover of one of our titular characters, Eden, and kind of has helped bringing her to life because issue 3 is all about Eden, getting to know her. Stephanie, it's kind of cool to see you and your partner and your team working on films and finding ways to get them into the anime space, because we kind of we went in reverse. Ori and I originally started in film.
No way! That's so cool.
Thanks. We think so too. And then through film, we discovered, the pandemic then happened and closed our production company's doors. So right around the same time you guys started making movies, we closed our doors and we're like, what do we do with all these scripts?
Comic books.
Comics.
Yeah.
So it was like this fun little like ships passing in the night.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And I love, it's my absolute dream to be able to get some of our movies turned into mangas too, but we just don't even know where to begin with that.
Talk to us.
I might have to pick your brain. Yeah, you might be getting a DM from me right now, actually, as I'm following you on Instagram, being hey, let's talk shop. How do you get your mangas done?
Exactly.
Right.
We might even want to ask you a little bit about your card game publishing, because that's a direction we might want to take our projects in the future as well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's always been an interesting way to integrate. Yeah, I love the art and the whole dynamic of your Dino Gurus and the synergy. Genius, absolute genius.
Thank you.
I like the synesthesia of raptors are red and brontosauruses are blue.
Yeah, we have Raptor Red and Bronto Blue, and you guys can battle each other.
It's so good.
It's a really fun game, and within the game we have carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores, and they each have their own set of what their strengths and weaknesses are. It's a really well thought out game. I'd really love for you guys to test play it. I'll get it over to you soon. Yeah.
As soon as we heard it, we were like, we want to try this out.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it's more than 2-player. Pokemon is 2-player, but this is you can have all around the table knocking each other out, getting back in. So it's a fun group play. I think means a lot to me, because there's been a lot of times that me and Kalani and our friend are all trying to play Pokemon at the same time, and we can't. We have to wait for each other and then take turns, and that's so it's very exciting. I am following you on Instagram right now, by the way. You getting a DM from me.
We followed you back for sure.
Oh, sweet.
And on the other end of that, maybe eventually talking about how to put our film brains together one day to make some of these comic books into something.
I would love that. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be so fun. Many collabs in the future.
Many collabs.
Yeah.
If you guys are available this weekend, Anitomo is this beautiful curated anime manga convention in Japan Village in Industry City, Brooklyn. Put together by Eileen Level and Manny Knight, 2 people that have quickly, over the past year, become really good friends of ours.
They're both beautiful people.
We love Eileen. We love Manny. They become big friends of Ralph, big friends of mine. I want to keep working with them forever. Anything they put together, I want to be there. It's a blast. So if you guys are free, it's a free convention. Come on, say hi.
Free.
Yeah.
And it's in Brooklyn.
Hang out at the ArcPunk Comics booth. Come get some comics. There is a very good chance, fingers crossed, that book 2 premieres at this convention.
Nice. So what you're saying is, if you did the Kickstarter, you can actually go pick it up yourself.
person, and I will sign it for you right there.
It sounds like a spoiler alert.
That's the only reason why I'm going. So,
so if those boxes of books don't come, I'm going to be really sad and have to apologize profusely to Paul.
Then I'll drive to your house, Jesse. You can count on that.
You will find me. Paul will find me.
I know where your barbershop is, so just look at it that way.
Paul does know. That's so fun. So we did a reading at my really good buddy's barbershop last year. We did a book reading, and Paul showed up to support, and I was so honored and humbled, and it was so cool to like see a familiar face in the crowd, and I just felt all the love. So like anything Paul's doing, I want to like show up and show the love too.
And it's no easy feat parking in Jersey City, man. I have to say,
it is not. It is not. But with that segue, Paul.
Speaking of, you guys are just segueing the hell out of this. So, Paul, you are doing something special right now. I mean, really special, because it is halfway there. You are at 755, 23 backers, 28 days to go. So talk it, Paul. Talk it.
I am so appreciative of the backers that have gotten aboard with this project. I am so pumped right now. It's only 3 days in, and we're 50% over, up to our pledge total, which is amazing. Time Enforcers is a swashbuckling epic that, goes across time, makes learning history fun, and I'm just having a blast with this. This is just a great project that, started out 6 years ago as a video game. And then because I was developing episode 2, I said, why don't I just make a comic book? Because I had to create all the artwork for it anyway. And that's how this came about. So this is our first comic book in print form. We've got a whole bunch of tier levels available. We've got 5 variant covers from excellent artists I've come to know over the past couple years. Angel Lopez, the Son of Saint, Chris Mad, Will Torres, Keith Williams, who's just a legend in the industry. When I first met Keith, it was at Garden State Comic Fest 3 years ago, and man, my legs just were like total noodles. I mean, I just love this guy. He has a big heart, but he is so talented, and what a great thing to have him featured as one of my artists on this cover. The other thing is, he actually did this cover for me. I was at Long Island Tabletop, it was a CradleCon, and he had done this piece that is featured as a variant. And then I said, listen, why don't we make a variant cover out of this? He did a sketch. He said, sure. So he did that. And then I saw him again at Garden State Comic Fest, and he shows me this cover. It was beautiful. And he goes, turn it over. And he actually did another piece for me for Nico Time. And so that I'm kind of tipping my hat here. The stretch goals we have offered, this is going to be the 3rd stretch goal. So everyone who backs this campaign will get a free variant cover of Keith Williams with his Nico Time. So I'm not going to reveal it yet, but just to let you know, that's what that 3rd stretch goal is going to be. So I'm pretty excited about that, and it's just a total blast right now. I mean, I'm marketing the heck out of this as much as I can, but I just I am so appreciative of everyone that's backed us to this point. It's just great to see the interest, and I'm hearing from people that I know, but I'm also hearing from people I never knew before. So that's kind of endearing to me to know that people are taking this and seeing how what I think is an important subject, making learning history fun for kids, and bring it to light and make it a platform where they can actually engage with it and have a good time, and hopefully learn something as they go along with it. So.
As you guys can see, these covers are amazing.
Oh, I love Angelo's, man. He did The Wizard of Oz, and Chronolith is the Wicked Witch of the West. I just love it. It's so fun. It's like, and I had the phrase Togo. We're not in Kansas anymore, because Togo is the sled dog that's featured there.
That looks cool though. Just chilling on that little, hanging on for dear life. Oh,
it's so fun. I love it. Everyone's like totally disrupted in time. So
I like how Ralph's character is still black and white. Always.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick is always he's film noir, right? Nick is like based on the film noir characters that I grew up with. So, in typical black and white Nick, everything's black and white. If you go back up to the top, Raphael, I like to point this out. I love this illustration because this is like so Nick, right? Keep going. It's a very near top. So just go all the way to the top.
Yeah, I'm just going really fast because I don't want anybody to have like a stomach.
Oh, that's my homage to Episode 4 as well. Stephanie was mentioning Star Wars, so this is my homage to Episode 4. So there you go. It's the Millennium Falcon scene.
I'm really digging the mashup vibes.
There you
go. Yeah.
Black and white again.
There you go.
Remember, folks, Paul said watch Spider Noir in black and white.
I've been watching it. It's actually not bad. I like the Cage in that. It's actually pretty good. So
yeah.
Go a little higher, Raphael. Go back up to
all of these references are beautiful.
Keep going. Well, that's one of the puzzles in the game, and you can see it's in black and white because Nick is touching it. So anything he touches goes black and white. So almost every scene with Nick's can be black and white, which is kind of cool.
Interesting.
So.
Hold on, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The 1941 Blitzkrieg, right?
There you go.
Okay. So it's like, there you go. So Nick's in black and white. The whole scene's in black and white. Doesn't matter what color. It's always a black and white perspective. It's film noir. So
that's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with it. I mean, I have so many Easter eggs in this thing. We have a Discord channel. After I get this issue done and put to bed, I'll be having an Easter egg hunt and looking forward to anyone on Discord to guess how many Easter eggs I placed in this book. On the cover alone, there's like 3, just to let you know. So
nice.
Yeah, so I'll be adding a lot more, and just this is my overall homage to film and to comics, and I've been reading books for decades, and I just want to go back to a time when it's a little simpler, and you have fun, and it's a lot of tongue in cheek, and it's really meant to be a good time in that sense. So.
I see a lot of inspirations from different video games and film and television. And the way you bring it all together, it really does fit together perfectly like puzzle pieces.
Thanks, Ori. I mean, my biggest influencer is the 1960s Batman series with Adam West and Burt.
Nice. Yeah, Jesse and I were just talking about that 2 hours ago.
That's like my biggest influencer, I have to say.
That's amazing.
Oh, and the other thing we have going, we have an early bird offer going on. This is going to end tomorrow at 12 Eastern time in the afternoon. Everything on the tier levels is discounted 20%. So take advantage of this. You can buy some extra stuff for a little extra money. Every pledge is greatly appreciated. I don't care what level you come in. That's why if you come in and we start hitting stretch goals, anyone pledge $5, $10, doesn't matter. You're going to get every stretch goal that comes through. I'm not putting any contingencies on anything. I don't require only physical products. I don't care. People are taking an interest in this. I want to reward it for it. I want to really build a fan base and get them interested in following this whole story. Because after this, the Kickstarter for this campaign, we're going to be following up with our tabletop role playing game. And I'm very excited about that. And this is all about
language. All right.
Yeah, this is all about the history program that we developed for kids in grammar school, like 5th to 7th grade. And it's really meant to teach learning and make history learning fun for them. And what we're looking to do is bring in graphic novels, tabletop role-playing games. We have the video game, but I also have a curriculum set up that is mandated by the state. So it all goes in line with if the teacher wants to, teach this stuff. If it's a homeschooler, if it's a charter school, if it's a private school, if it's a district school, it doesn't matter. We have everything aligned with the states. So if they choose a subject like feudal Japan, the kids will be able to go and learn about different things in feudal Japan at that time. And then actually go through and make a mission out of it. So we have mission journals where the kids will get and actually write down their notes, and they take notes as they do the research. And then we have the ability where they get together as a team, they pull their notes together and make a presentation, and then that's it. They get together and do this presentation as an end all. And so it's like learning together, presenting together, and really trying to break down the whole barriers. Everyone says, I'd rather die than do public speaking. I think public speaking is just a matter of practice, and you get kids to practice early, they won't worry about public speaking when they get to be adults. So
love it.
Yeah, we got a bunch of add-ons too, which I was surprised at because I added these at the last minute. I'm adding more, but basically we get Maisie's baseball cap. So that's what she wears in the book. We got Togo's blue bandana. That's my dog Suki. And we got our T-shirt. I'm going to be adding a hoodie on there as well. I got a black hoodie for No One Can Stop Me. I'm actually going to put another T-shirt up for Amelia. It's going to say Fueled on Brains and Moxie, and it'll be a picture of Amelia with her airplane. And then, of course, the Chrono Flip that we have that Russ at Game of Tunes developed for us is actually a fidget toy, but also has an NFC chip in it, so you can actually connect to our website. We got a bunch of collector pins. We've got the flash drive there, but also we put up some probably vinyl stickers and all kind of good stuff. So just keep an eye on this. I mean, we'll be adding more add-ons as this campaign goes on. I just love it. I just love, getting stuff out to people and hopefully turn on to this product because I think it's important. I think we're kind of living history by the wayside now, and I think the more people know about history, the better off we are.
Agreed.
Absolutely. I think it's much needed.
Yeah, well said.
Thanks.
Your Cannot Stop Me t-shirt that I got from you last year.
Yep.
Celeste lovingly stole it.
Well, what size is it, Jesse? I'll bring you another one Saturday.
Somewhere between a medium and a large. Yeah.
And I'll see what I have left. So,
awesome.
Yeah, this is we got a bunch of swag. Those are our buttons. That's a t-shirt there. That's a hat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got our preview issue. We had a preview issue that launched before the campaign started. I was using that as a leader to get people involved in the campaign. We had our Summer of Fun contest going on where we're taking people's email addresses and offering them a chance to win all that bucket of stuff. Actually, I have that here. We have a pack of cards. Just switch over really quick, Ralph.
Okay, hold on. I was on the other screen.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, these are our card packs. And there you go. And so in it, there's actually 3 cards and a sticker. This was offered before the campaign launched, so these packs are exclusive. You won't get it. These were the cards that were offered. Okay, it was Amelia and Nick, which is kind of cool. But the campaign is actually going to offer 2 new cards. It'll be Maisie and Togo. So if you pledge over $30, you'll actually get those cards for free. In the card pack, I'll probably be giving free cards to anyone that pledged anyway, so it doesn't matter, but that's okay. Try to incentivize as much as I can beforehand.
Nice.
Every time we talk, he curses at me because then he goes, Ralph, stop giving me ideas.
Stop it. I hate it. Yeah, we did Long Island tabletop. And then, Paul, what'd you think? I said, you suck, man. Now I got to do a tabletop game.
We are in the car, and he's talking about, Ralph, I got an idea. And like 2 days later, he goes, Ralph, I finished. I'm like, what?
Well, the whole point was, right, what I love about tabletop games is they're fun. I love it to have the figures. But the problem is a lot of these are really complicated, right? And if I'm going to do this game for kids that, might have, learning disabilities or, they have, a reading disability, whatever that is, right? You want to make it simple. So I had to think to myself, how can I make this card game simple? So it's Trivia Pursuit, which is pretty, normal for a lot of people. They know what that is, right? Yeah. And that's where you learn history. And the other thing is Dungeons and Dragons. So it's not anywhere degree a level of incentive points and hit points, all that kind of stuff. It's like you either hit or you miss. And then it's that's the end of it. And I wanted to make this like a 5-minute learn opportunity where you just sit down, play, learn the game for 5 minutes and just play it. And that's really the whole point, is make it as frictionless as possible, but make it interesting for the kids. Like they can make it their own character. They can use a character in the game if they want. So there's an opportunity for them to actually create something as opposed to have something that's pre-made for them. So
that's really awesome that you guys have card games and tabletop games that you're making to match your comic book properties. That's something Jesse and I have thrown around as a concept. So it's really nice to see proof of concept that that's a viable route to take in the future. So,
thanks.
Very inspiring.
Yeah, it's funny if you just, you sit down and think about it. And it's funny, I was talking with my son, and he's been an inspiration for me in a lot of this stuff. Like, if you look at the book, the big challenge is figuring out weaponry for the characters without making it too violent, because I wanted to make this available for all kids, right? Mm-hmm. And so my son said, Dad, Amelia Earhart, she's a pilot. Why don't you use the plane chocks for her weapons? So they're serving as bolos. So it's pretty cool. So she's going to see plane chalks serving as bolos, right? That'll, swing out and sneer the guys. And then Nick O'Time, he's a detective. So detectives use magnifying glasses, right? So he's got a magnifying glass and actually spits out blobs of bubble gum. So I call it a gumshoe debilitator. So it's like, it's like looking at stuff there and making it fun. That's why it's like Batman's been so inspiring for me. It's like, oh, where's the anti-bat spray? It's like perfect, right?
Exactly.
It's that kind of hokiness that I keep thinking about and want to do with this. So
that's so much fun, though.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're doing it like that, and we've discussed this a bunch of times because I feel like this whole world has gotten too serious. It's like dark and brooding, and I'm like, come on, have some fun with it.
Well, I'll do another tip. I've done this before, but there's a big surprise in issue 2. Okay, and I've mentioned this. It's gonna be a kaiju. Okay, so the kaiju, the kaiju, right? Ultimate destruction. They come in, they blow everything up, right?
Yeah.
That time in Fort's universe, right? Kaiju drops in Washington, D.C., actually Arlington, Virginia, because it's being surveyed by Benjamin Banneker, right? So Kaiju drops. He doesn't destroy everything. He starts building Chrontopolis. So it's like this whole building start going up like futuristic on top of the Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
So it's like reverse Kaiju, right? Instead of destruction, it's like he's building things. So.
That's smart.
Yeah, I just want to twist things around, have fun. It's a
I'm
comic,
looking
right?
forward to it. I want to see the buildings come up.
There are no guardrails. The way I look at it, it's like you want to have fun, just blow apart reality. It's like who cares where it goes? We'll figure out later how to put it back together.
Oh, I love it, man.
Exactly.
It's so cool to see where this has grown from, and it's like it's been cool. It's been cool since the beginning.
Yeah,
and it's like impressive how you keep making it cooler, Paul.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's because I'm having too much fun. That's the problem.
Oh, you definitely can see it, and that's what I'm telling you. Is like he's gone from a conversation we just had, and then he goes, "I have a whole idea, Ralph," and I'm like,
See, the best ideas I tend to think as a writer is the ones that you're the most loosest with, and not stressing about things like trying to force an idea, right, or trying to force different directions you want to go and trying to force feed it into yourself and be like, oh, this is great. But I think when you're at ease and you're just more mellow, you come up with better ideas and directions than when you're trying to force something that shouldn't be forced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I mean, what I find interesting though, Frank, is when I do this, right? And I don't script things out. I just do it kind of on the fly. But what I love about the comic book, and that's what I love about the actual physical book, it's page turning, right? That tells the story as much as, telling the story itself through the panels.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out how do I make this a page turner where something happens on this page and then you go to the next one and it's like you're surprised by it. Or it develops into a story, curve that you don't realize is going to happen. So that's what I love about this is that's a challenge for me because, this is my first comic book that I ever developed. And I really want to make this, harkening back to books I used to read growing up and making this really engaging. So it's just not, just flip pages through. It's like if you actually sit down and read it, there's a method to the madness, so to speak.
Right, of course.
So,
Yep.
Right, Mr. Rob Longo, tell the people all the good stuff. Give them the spiel.
Sure. Rob Longo, 2121 Productions and Abracadabra Media, streaming service that we recently launched fully just this past May. We are closing in on 21,000 subscribers.
Nice. Congratulations.
Had a huge party when we reached that number. And adding some new movies, over a dozen movies this month, and we have our film festival and contest going on right now. So everything is firing on all cylinders. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I couldn't be happier really with it. I'm blown away by how it's been embraced by everybody.
I'm totally impressed, Rob. I subscribed when we first came in the show a few months ago. Yep. It's amazing. It's really cool. Cool channel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the only thing I just launched is I launched a YouTube channel to kind of drive more traffic to the website and to
I've been enjoying the videos.
Yeah, I don't like being in front of the camera that much. I like being behind it. I'm very fussy with the lighting and the sound, and I can't get it the way I want it. And I have to get up, move something, sit back down, get up. It's not easy.
Everybody, you're trying to be a perfectionist the way you envision things. So that's your art, right?
Very true. But it's weird because I don't think movie making is for perfection. Maybe Stephanie, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree.
I disagree. I agree. I agree. It's not for perfection. Yeah.
There's a view, right?
Start banning because we run out of time or money or both.
Yeah.
But this, I felt like I'm putting my face out on YouTube to attract people to my projects and everybody else's projects on Abracadabra, all their films. I have to be like as insulated and armored up against any negative comments by being as perfect as I can. And man, it is not easy. I cannot get to that level of perfection yet. So
No, I think
it's like
the
bigger challenge
spirit
than
is
writing
done,
for
not
me.
perfect.
So, but closing on 21,000 subscribers is super
Wow.
exciting.
That's awesome.
That's exciting.
That's
And
awesome.
73% of them are watching it on the Roku app, which I'm really shocked by.
Cool.
I thought the
Interesting.
website, would be where the majority of people would watch things.
No, with
And
Roku,
then,
everyone's streaming. It's so much easier. It's so much easier.
True. And then, we have the film way contest, $1,500 to any horror, sci-fi, or fantasy movie that was shot from 2004 up till October of this year.
Yep.
And we have like a whole scheduled program filled out for that. And then even more exciting is, since we have the Roku channel, we actually have a channel where we can program it. So we're starting to do some deals with various creators to actually have their shows on our Roku channel. So
That's very cool.
it's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. Wow. That's very cool.
And just for fun, I thought I'd start writing a novel. So
Yeah,
I
Rob's another one of those guys that keeps doing everything at the same time.
I have a lot of fun doing that. It's just writing in general. It's a lot of fun. The creativity comes out on, whether you're doing a graphic novel, a book, or a comic, just the ideas flow and you have so many different directions. I mean, I write notes when I write The Dark Legend, and I usually have about 15 to 20 pages worth of stuff. And usually about half of that makes it into a story, whether I take it out or you just like the idea, or you don't think the idea is powerful enough to use. But I mean, we're all creators in our own light, right? So we have our visions on how we see things that we create, and that's all it's about. And we're trying to put the best image or story or whatever we're making, right? And that's what we all try to be different and unique than someone else, and it's how we have the love for what we do, right? That's the best way of saying it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I have a question for all of us writers.
Uh-oh.
Do you guys and girls, do you guys consider yourself plotters or by the pants? And then what do you use to write software?
That's a good question.
I myself am a plotter. I do the outline, the index cards, and then I write to the index cards. It makes it very easy because I never fear a blank page. When I sit down to write, I always know what I'm going to write because I have the index cards.
Yeah.
And back up to that, I have the outline. And but as far as software goes, I have a Scrivener that I just started. I just got and opened up and scared the crap out of me. And so I'm like doing it in Apple Pages right now. But what do you all use, if you don't mind me asking?
We use Final Draft just because we started. My original degree is screenwriting, so that's kind of the world I started in, and it just made it real easy to move that over to graphic novels because it all started. The transition started as storyboarding. That's actually a part of the writing process that I love. Is just storyboarding first, like the scenes or the set pieces that I want to see, and then I'll kind of write around that a little bit. But over the years, like different production companies we worked with, we found that like nobody was doing that. So it's like I was just in my own little corner storyboarding. But it eventually served us in moving over to what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Final Draft, writing it in a screenplay format, like that big blue wall, index cards go up there with all the scenes. And then oftentimes there's little scribbles on those index cards as well.
Yeah, same. I'm sure no one's surprised I write in Final Draft because it's all, screenplays that I'm writing. And it's important to use the right format because, one page usually equals 1 minute. And that's very essential. And it's much quicker to write that way. And I have written 3 movies that have been made. So A Fairy Tale is actually the 3rd movie that I wrote and directed. And I've written 3 or 4 feature-length scripts that I decided not to make. So every time I write a movie, there's a balance between the outlining and the plotting and figuring out and knowing where it's going to go. But then there's also like a certain like flow state that I get into as I'm getting to know the characters better as I'm writing, and like understanding things differently as I'm going, and twists and turns. So each movie I've written has had a different level of balance of like how much plotting and outlining did I do, how much of it was like stroke of inspiration. I have an extremely rough outline and now I'm just writing and like seeing where it takes me. So, but I think that's fun that every time I write a script, it comes out of me a little bit differently depending on mood. It's a very mood based, as Frank was saying earlier, this is our art, art's flowy for me.
That's fun.
Yeah.
For me, you guys are all writing, doing scripts and directions and creating movies. I am very unorthodox. And I know I am because I've had this conversation with Ralph. Very, just my personal view. So I write in Word. So, just easy. And I don't edit anything that I write. Because I just continue to write, because if I do, I'm going to throw myself. So when I come up with a new idea, I have to come up with the title before I come up with the idea. So I do everything vice versa, which is usually people just write and they come up with whatever, right? So like I said, I have to come up with the story title, or like if it's a sequel to a Dark Legend or something that's not the Dark Legend of Foreigner, I have to come up with the title, and then I come up with the plot, the characters, and so forth. Like I said, it's very backwards. For most,
works for you.
I don't think it is. I resonate with that very much.
Do you really? Okay.
The title can give you an emotional anchor to make all your other movements from.
But but it really does, because like I had come up with the title, and then I get the feel for the title, and then I could just come up with I'm gonna say it's a talent. I'm just saying we're all very talented in our own matter. But when I talk to many other writers, usually it's opposite what I'm doing. But like when I come with that, it's like there's like a powerful force, right, that I feel, and I'm like, all right, let me get down my notes, and I just like write it down. I write my notes down, so because I always have like a spiral notebook next to me, writing down things and adding in whatever I might be doing, and that's where I just come with it. And then when I finally go, I write a few notes, just so in case if I don't have the time, if I'm too tired staring at the screen, as we all know, that could get tiring, But I always come up with those ideas just to plot it down, just in case I forget, and if I was like really late at night or whatever. But that's how I do it, and it works for me. Like I said, we might all be writers in our own, and we all have our own process that works for us too.
Just like I'm saying here, okay, my last message on my way out. It doesn't matter how you write, only that you do so. So
that's 100% true.
Agreed. Keep writing.
I really think it might be because I might have ADD. I'm not sure. I think my family says I have ADD, but I do a journal. I just write my journal. I draw the little pictures and I write the script next to the pictures because it's a comic book. That's why I work it. So, there's no rhyme or reason, but at least with the journal, I can go back and look at it and say, I don't like this, and just script it out. So it's fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Whenever I do write, it's Microsoft Word, very boring. But whenever I have 5-10 minutes from work and I just need to let me just write a little bit of this, and and eventually things get done. Eventually. So I'm working on a Christmas story, so I have until December. So
as long as you're right, Tony, that's all that matters.
And as long as you turn Clippy off.
Oh,
Screw that.
Clippy!
Now you're really dating yourself, Jesse. It's all I gotta say.
What did you ever
That's
do?
like Windows 7, I think.
No, seriously, what did you ever do?
Dude, that and the stupid dog, man. My job is sitting in front of a computer all day. Yeah, you just kill that stuff real quick. You just can't look at it.
Maybe leave me alone.
Poor Rob and
Maybe
Rob.
he'd be better as a cartoon character.
So
I gotta
would
say,
As creators and writers, do you guys have trouble killing your babies? Like Stephanie, you said
I
you
was
wrote a
thinking about the same phrase. Yeah,
and then
killing
decided
babies.
I'm not going to do it. Was that
Right.
difficult? And have you all also experienced that when you thought this idea was great, and then you go back and look at it, and you're like, "Ooh, I can't do."
It's definitely always a struggle, but the classic phrase is good writing is rewriting.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I like to approach that. Like, if you do have to kill your darlings or throw something out,
Right.
don't delete it. Just rewrite it. Because you can always rewrite a better version 2 to 6 months later. Give it a break, come back to it with fresh eyes,
Right.
and kill it and revive it at the same time.
Yeah.
I
Right now, I had an original idea for something I was doing, but then like something else happened that it moved the climax up, so I might have to lose that idea. But I'm just trying to just use it elsewhere. Just try to use it somewhere else.
It's always something you can put in later. There's always a sequel later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or I might just try to put it in and see how it works and see how it doesn't. But if not, I'll just take it out, put it in somewhere else. So yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take the risk and jump in and see what happens.
Here's the funny thing is that as always, I always like to ask the question: has the character ever taken over the project? Because I had this mischievous character that decided that it was his story. And I had to get rid of him from the story in order to continue the story, because if I left him there, he would have taken over the whole story.
Ralph, are you talking about that corgi? Ralph, are you talking about that corgi that I told you?
Oh no, not the corgi.
That's like an opportunity for a
You
spin-off.
that dog! I told you, get rid of it.
We were doing Let's Write a Story together, and they jokingly put a corgi in it. And then the audience ran with it and made the corgi an integral, heroic part of the story.
That's great.
We're gonna do the story we just watched the live action Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. We all hated it.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was incredible. Episode 1 was so good. It got my hopes all the way to yeah.
But Shadow, one of our whole Shadow especially hated it. So he was like, "Yeah, why don't we put a corgi in?" The whole thing was just a big joke about it. You can't joke with Rock. It takes everything seriously.
Hey, I didn't do anything with the corgi. The audience took the corgi and told me what to do.
Oh my God!
I just watched Little House on the Prairie. It was really good.
Oh.
No, it's on Netflix. It's a great series. You guys should watch
Great
it.
adaptation.
It's really good. I liked it.
When I was writing book 5 of the Dark Legends, I got so emotional that I cried when I killed one of a main character, because you get so attached. She was in book 2, book 3, book 4, and book 5. And I'm writing this. I'm like, I really don't want to write this, but it just fit the narrative of the story, you know. But it's like, I'm like, man, like I was literally crying like someone, I mean, no pun intended, but like someone like really close to you dies, right? And because you get so attached as a creator, like, like what you feel what they've gone through with the main character and the different other stories and how I built up that character from scratch, right? Because that's all you have to develop that character from the get-go on personal traits and feelings and whatever, and different fighting abilities. But it was more the emotional attachment to that character. I'm like, man, like after I did it, I'm like, I shut the computer because I was like literally like crying, like tears were coming down my cheeks. I'm like, man, this is really rough, But
well, you literally killed your baby. That's gotta be
Yeah,
well,
I'm not
was
sure if that's what Rob meant when he said killing your darlings, but
well,
you definitely had an experience.
but it wasn't. It wasn't.
No,
It wasn't the main character that's on the covers. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was another character that was introduced in book 2, and she was basically she helped form my very good looking friend over here to the person who he became. So it was more. It was a very emotional attachment because of how the master kind of grew up, but having someone that kind of tried to mold him to be an understandable person and not such a vicious son of a bitch, and
Right.
and towards the people that like that people actually cared for him, and because he wasn't used to people caring for him, he was used to just being this aggressive, angry person. So she gave him feelings and heart, and it was like a whole load of other things that we as humans have, right? So I gave him the human traits, but she passed that on to him. So like when it did happen, he was saying because of what she meant to him. And you don't want to be around when he finds what happens. Just saying, he becomes very, very pissed off. But it's great writing, and like I mean, he eventually gets to the bad guy that killed, but at the end he couldn't bring her back, and that was the one thing. Now he like in the oncoming stories after book 5, it's going to be that regret that he would. It's kind of like how I had like Superman, right, with Christopher Reeves. When Lois Lane dies, right? When Lois Lane dies, he gets so pissed off that he circles the planet trying to reverse, But unfortunately, the Master doesn't have that type of power. So in book 6, which I didn't even start, I'm just taking some time off from the Dark Legend for now. And I'm probably going to pick up one maybe in a year or a year and a half or whatever. But from that point, there's going to be part of the story where he's trying to figure out if there's a way that he could go back in time and revisit that. And, there's a whole bunch of other, ideas I have flown for that one. Yeah, I mean, he's, just how book 5 ended, like everything went back to normal, but then they really did it for him, like people are safe, people aren't dead. And then, the one person that he wants not to be dead is. So now he has to face that reality. Kind of like when we have people in our lives that we love and that pass on, just like how I mentioned about mom, right? Like you have those intimate connections with those people in your life, which was a big thing on how my character was built, just because of that one person. So it wasn't just one person dying, it was like almost like 2 different people that were killed just by one person, if that makes sense.
Stephanie, I know you got to go, so let's give you an outro. One more time, tell the people where they can find you and all the good stuff.
Absolutely. So you can watch our movies at puremagicpictures.com. You can go to puremagicpictures.com to snag your season pass. That'll get you access to the live digital premiere of A Fairy Tale, which is taking place on July 23rd at 7:30 p.m. EST. You can interact with us in the comments and leave in your Q&A for the director, that's me, after the movie. And we're also Pure Magic Pictures on Instagram. I personally see every DM that comes through. We would love to hear from you and would love for you to be a part of the creative world of movies that we're making.
And it's a lot of beautiful movies and a lot of beautiful stuff. Folks, you want to check out all this stuff. It's just great. Yeah, you want to go check it out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun. It's been great seeing all of the creative endeavors that you're all doing too. I feel like we're all kindred spirits. We're all kind of cut from the same cloth, creatives who love all of this. I'm excited to see anybody who's going to be there at the con on Saturday too.
So you're gonna be at Anitomo then?
Heck yeah, I'll be there. I mean, I live in Brooklyn. It's free. I'm just gonna walk on down. So
Heck yeah.
yeah, I'll see you guys there.
Awesome.
Anitomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want
It's free, folks. It's free.
free.
I know. I've never been to a free con before. That's awesome.
Now I got a second reason to attend. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so Stephanie, always a pleasure. You're welcome back anytime to have fun, discuss, tell us what the next project is, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Love it. Awesome. I'll see you on Saturday, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
All right, Frank, continue where you were going and tell the people all the good stuff about what you do and all the good. Give them the spiel. Go for it.
Sure, I would. So I'm going to be at FableCon at the end of July. It's a fantasy science fiction book con, which I've been trying desperately to find, different books and stuff like that. But, with my book series, The Dark Legend of the Foreigner. So I've got multiple events coming up. And, you'll be seeing that all over social media. And I'm sure you guys began to see some of it, So got FableCon. I got a lot of the other stuff that I have on there is probably later in the year. But I do have, since I've been adding probably about 11 or 12 different Long Island festivals, Long Island events. I got a bunch of stuff coming up. So some fall festivals I got in there. And then I got a couple cons one in Texas, one in York, Pennsylvania. There's a Hershey Con near the end of November. So I'm going to be constantly busy for the next 3 months, which is pretty good, since I only had about 5 conventions. Now probably, I don't even know, my calendar keeps on going, adding and just realizing that I'm not going to have a lot of time for a lot of anything, but which is great because I get to bring my love for the Dark Legend of the Foreigner, definitely in it's my fans, shall I say, and get to broadcast the Dark Legend of the Foreigner book series, and you'll be able to see where I will be at, on Instagram. And if you can't, you'll be able to see on my website, frankdistefanoauthor.com. And, I'll keep on posting, and a lot of people will always give me great feedback. And, it's something great that we are able to do because fans always react to us, and able to message us and always support us. And, that's the great thing about fans, for the most part. I don't think I've ever had a bad review on Amazon or someone that just didn't like the books. And a lot of people that different areas that I have gone come back and are usually message me say, "Oh, just double checking. Did I see you coming to so-and-so con?" I'm like, "Yeah." And, and people do hit me up. So it's fantastic. You get those repeat people. And the fans, and sometimes the fans are like, "When's the next one coming out? When's the next one coming?" Man, I can't write them fast enough,
I feel that. Heck yeah. That's a good feeling, though.
It is a great feeling.
But
Rob Longo, why don't you tell the people one more time all the good stuff? Go for it.
Sure. Abracadabra.media, website for all your streaming needs with ads. So it's free. You subscribe for free with ads. Also, if you have a Roku, you can go to the Roku Marketplace and download the Abracadabra Media app to stream everything on Roku, including our streaming channel itself that runs with our programming. And also on Film Freeway, we have our contest going, our film festival and contest that ends this October. So submit your films and you have a possibility of winning $1,500. And meanwhile, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that for my YouTube channel, also Abracadabra Media.
I love
that's
the
it.
name.
Rob, I had a real quick question for you. Do you accept shorts?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, the main reason we don't is because, even YouTube's algorithm now, they want longer length stuff so they can
Right.
populate it. really monetize shorts the way I would like to. That might change because I feel like there is an unserved niche for a home for shorts, of a good shorts. So I don't know, we might add shorts in the near future. We're talking about it actually right now. So
gotcha. Yeah, just curious. But either way, an amazing platform, and I got to tip my hat.
Do you mean shorts like YouTube shorts and Instagram, or short films?
Short films.
Short films.
Like our minimum that we accept is 70 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we might even accept something like 64 minutes or more at least.
Gotcha.
Be a film on Abracadabra.
Right. That's awesome.
So if you guys have older films that you shot as far back as 2024 and they're not currently distributed by any distributor, you can submit them for the contest.
Yeah,
we might be talking, Rob. Absolutely.
Yeah, please, that'd be great. And then if you want a home for your films, that's why I asked everybody their emails and stuff, because I need subscribers, I need content, and I need ads.
Nice.
So it's 3 things I'm always juggling. So anytime I hear you made a movie or you're making a movie, I want to be friends. Let's talk.
Awesome.
The whole point of Abracadabra is to put more money in the creator's pockets where it belongs.
That's cool, Rob.
So look forward to my emails that I'll send out tomorrow.
Can't wait.
We'll keep an eye out.
So Jesse and Ori, why don't you tell the people one more time all the good stuff? Go for it.
Oh my goodness.
I'll let you take this one.
Cool. Yeah. Ashes of Eden #2, releasing very, very soon. We're going to be at Anitomo this weekend, July 18th. Fingers crossed the books show up. And if they don't, I'm going to make it worth your while. We got a lot of boxes of book 1 that we still got to move. And we're going to have opportunities for you to get involved in the pre-launch of book 3 and a pre-order of book 2, either way. Where you get some free stuff and fun stuff that we have on the table for you. Ori and I are building a lot of that right now.
Yeah, we're doing some arts and crafts for some
we have
product options.
Yeah, we have this thing called the Halon crystal in the world of Ashes of Eden, and it's this crystal that they dig for in their world that powers their machinery, keeps their lights on, keeps their hearths warm, keeps their families safe in this new Arctic world that they've come up in. And later on in the story, when Ash finally awakens Eden, a girl from a forgotten civilization, it awakens this power in both of them to hear a voice inside the crystal. Later on, they find out it's data from the world that came before. So we wanted to put secret data inside a crystal just for you. So when you get this crystal and you put it up to your phone, boop.
Oh, that's cool.
That's super cool.
It brings you free comics.
I love that. That's amazing.
That's really cool.
And so if you sign up this way through the crystal, after you tap it to your phone, enter your email, you actually unlock the season pass of Ashes of Eden. Right now it's 1 through 3, but that season pass is going to grow up to 5 or 6. So you'll get the first 5 to 6 issues right in your pocket, right in your crystal, when you purchase this at Anitomo.
That's cool, Jesse.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
We're having fun with it. So Ori and I are batch making a bunch of those crystals. We've always had them kind of like keychain size, like this.
Okay.
But you're going to see some bigger ones on the table this year to make it feel like you're actually in the world of Ashes of Eden.
Very
like something.
Cool. I remember discussing this with you so that somebody can come by and just put their phone to the crystal, right?
Yeah, we're playing with something like that. It's going to be.
I know that smile didn't give it away enough, dude.
It's going to be a blast. But yeah, come on, check out Ashes of Eden at Anitomo. And then keep an eye out on us, because while we might not be launching on Kickstarter this weekend, it did force me kind of in a fun challenge to literally build an entire Kickstarter campaign in under a week. So it is fully built and in the wings waiting to be released. And I'm happy to talk more about that with you.
This is going to be a lot of fun, folks. We are going to be at Anitomo, and it's a free convention. Go say hi to Jesse and Ori. Get your crystal, get your books, have some fun. Anitomo, this weekend, Industry City, Japan Village.
There it is right
Look, there it is. There it is.
Ashes of Eden.
Ooh, shiny.
Shiny. Ashes of Eden. There we go. More of that on the way. We're going to be doing a reprinting of this one in the future Kickstarter as well, where it is a wraparound cover.
Ooh.
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
And foil spot as well.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So wait, this is not the first one I have, right?
This is issue 1.
Okay.
But a special edition.
Yeah, we
I
have
was going to say it looks different.
covers of issue 1.
So I just redid the art on this one for the reprint. It's going to get a little bit of an update. There's a nice big blank spot up here that we thought a little something needed added.
Ooh.
And also Ash's hair was doing something weird, so I updated it. But yeah, we're going to have fun with that.
You really suck, Judy. Now I got to buy
I love you, Paul. That's awesome.
Oh my God, Paul, your turn. Tell the people all the good stuff. Go for it.
So I didn't mention it, but I'm super stoked because I'm on the Kickstarter app and under newest. There you go, buddy. Woo! I showed this to my family. I said, Dad, you're game now.
Amazing.
So it's under the newest. I'm really stoked about that. So it's like we're on Kickstarter. Just you don't have to even type in the whole time enforcers. No, you just type in time and it pulls me up.
Yeah.
I am so fun with that. It's great. So yeah, we're halfway to our goal, which I'm excited about. Well, we have a stretch goal that unlocks at $2,000, and then we have other goals that unlock after that. So I'm looking to give away a lot of stuff. Just unlock the goals for me, and I'll be super stoked because I just want to get a fan base built and just turn people on to how important what I think this subject should be. So really happy about that.
We're gonna help Paul a little bit, and we're gonna play the video.
Oh, cool.
Welcome, fellow adventurer, to the next thrilling installment of the Time Enforcers Saga, Episode 2, Flying into the Crime School, where learning history can be fun.
Welcome to Axiom Intergalactic News, your single source of truth for the events that shape our reality. Timeline in chaos! The GSTC moves into action! This is your announcer, Ed Henry, bringing you the latest intergalactic updates from the Axiom News Network. The Galactic Space-Time Consortium, watchful guardians of the timeline, are under attack! A new evil from a trans-dimensional realm has emerged with a diabolical mission to transform reality as we know it. As events unfold, one question remains and looms large. Has the public placed its faith in an organization unprepared to handle the challenges ahead?
Fascinating read. A bit difficult to comprehend. I'll have to consult with CG about this one. Well, hello there, and good day to you. I'm Paul Hebert, speaking to you from the historic Thomas Nast Library, right here in Morristown, New Jersey. Now, if you've been following the reports from the Axiom News Network, you could be forgiven for believing our situation is, well, needless to say, rather dire. However, the truth is considerably more fascinating. For centuries, history has quietly shaped the world around us. Yet, do you realize that hidden behind pivotal moments in our past stands an organization dedicated to protecting the very timeline itself, the Galactic Space-Time Consortium. Its mission appears simple, but it is somewhat difficult in practice. Preserve history as we know it. Today, this challenge has never been more important, and that is precisely what the Time Enforcers is all about. One might even say learning history can be far more exciting when action and adventure is a big part of it. But enough from me. I would like to introduce you to one of the founders of the GSTC, the venerable Professor C.T. Haugens. C.T., are you there?
Blast it, Paul. Couldn't you have picked a better time to drop in? It's total chaos here. The outer defenses of the GSTC headquarters have been breached. Time portals are destabilizing. The archives are under siege. The very timeline itself is at risk of collapse. We need to call in every recruit we can to the GSTC to help out. I can't speak now. I have to go.
Well, as you can see, the situation has become considerably a bit more complicated, and quite frankly, we can use your help. Joining our Kickstarter campaign is your opportunity to take part in this mission. Whether you're discovering Time Enforcers for the very first time, or you followed our adventures from the very beginning, you will find a reward tier worthy of every agent. Choose from multiple editions of the graphic novel, including 5 stunning variant covers illustrated by an incredible lineup of legendary artists, an exclusive hardcover edition, and additional rewards that will unlock as new stretch goals are achieved throughout the campaign. Every pledge strengthens the mission. Every backer helps bring this adventure one step closer to reality. Friends, make a pledge. Support the mission and help us defeat Chronolith and his evil minions of doom once and for all. The GSTC is counting on you. Thank you for your support.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. That's really great.
God, I
Oh
love
my
that.
God.
Paul, you knocked it out of the park with that, man.
I told him having way too much fun.
Yeah,
I wish I
you
had
really
better
did.
sound quality, but it's like I think the book was reflecting my voice because it sounded weird, but it's okay.
Oh, it works for what it is. Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm being overly critical. I'm going by Rob. It's like I'm trying to achieve perfection. It doesn't work.
Oh my God, folks.
No, but you guys got it right. The book was upside down in the
Yeah.
beginning.
I thought.
That's why I couldn't decipher it. Yeah, anyway, that's an Easter egg. You got it.
That's fun.
And-
Tony, do I see you building a Wing Gundam Zero?
Ooh.
When I went to record, it fell, so I'm trying to.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. When we record, it fell, so I've been trying to do that too.
I saw you pick it up. I was like, what's going on?
I hate when that happens.
Is that master grade or hero grade?
No, this is it's
Reader grade?
it's a metal composite. It's a figure. It's not a model.
Oh, got it. Okay. It's beautiful. That's really
Yeah.
pretty. I saw it and I was like, oh, Tony's always got the
I
good
had,
stuff.
I had it as a robot for a long time. And I was like, as a figure, and I was like, it fell. So I said, you know what? I've been meaning to transform back to a plane, so I'm doing it now.
Might
I
as
think-
well.
Tony, I have something I want to share with you real quick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I built this semi recently.
Mega Man. I love it.
Oh,
The Copy
Oh,
X.
oh, nice. How long did it take?
I put on an anime and I binge build this in an evening.
Oh, cool.
Man,
But it was a long evening. I got through like 2 seasons of something.
Yeah.
that says a lot that you can't remember what it was.
It was Evangelion. I think
there we go.
I got through the whole show and like started into the movies.
Uh,
But yeah, that was I thought of you the whole time.
yeah. Yeah. That series you always got to stop before the endings. The endings are always.
They're rough.
I've never liked the endings of all 3 times. And I think the last time he was just trolling people. I think at this point he was just trolling people. Like I don't know.
Right.
But
I'm just in it for the music now.
Just in for 5-second fights.
Oh
yeah,
man.
it's coming to Sonic Racing Crossroads Evangelion. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're getting everyone in Sonic.
Yeah, it's crazy. Two Ayanami and Ray, and then there's Shinji's mechas in the background, but there's a car because nobody wants to play Shinji. So.
No.
There's a mecha that's like based. There's a car that's based on his mecha. It's just pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, folks, we geek out here, so you know.
I mean, anytime Tony's on, I got to talk.
Oh, definitely.
I got to talk
I already
robots.
know what's going to happen between both of you, especially as soon as the toys come out. All right, folks, this weekend, you can see most of us at Anitomo. You might not see Paul, but you might see the professor there. So if you see the professor, say hi to the professor, take a picture with him, take a video. And if you see a bit in Apple TV, you might be in the trailer.
Really depends on how hot is it at Anitomo. Last year was miserable, so I'm not
Oh
sure
my
if
God,
the
yeah.
professor will be there.
They
I
say
think
we're gonna need
it's in
to-
between. You might see the professor for half the time and Paul for the other half of the time.
We'll see how it goes. Not making any promises at this point.
Remember, folks, AnitomoCon this weekend, Industry City, Japan Village, free. and you'll see a bunch of us there. So say hi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, folks, with that, I'll do what we always do at this show when it ends. I press the button, and where it stops